Today on The Dr. Oz Show. Online, via text, in person. Viewers let it all hang out, and they've got no shame.
I had to go to the bathroom. I ran to the toilet, and poof, everything came out. I ran out of the stall like this. The poop went everywhere except in the toilet.
The craziest overshares of all time.
I decided that I was going to try to give myself a bikini box.
But are you crossing the line?
Now I'm stuck on the toilet seat.
No! Share, don't share meter. Audience, what do you guys think?
Next.
Welcome. But today I'm talking about the latest social phenomenon that's sweeping the nation. Oversharing. Now, a lot of us are like verbal volcanoes, erupting with verbal diarrhea. Sharing personal information that no one needs to know. Oversharing is the potentially hazardous practice of sharing too much detail. It's the result of a poorly developed social filter. Or, as some might ask, where's your shut up button? It's the red-hot trend sweeping cyberspace. People getting way too personal on the web. It's called oversharing. But why is putting it all out there so popular? Can it actually be good for you? A recent Harvard study suggests yes. Finding oversharing to trigger the same pleasure receptors in your brain that are activated by food, sex, and money. Research shows that talking about yourself benefits your brain and your body. So, which of you touters, tweeters, YouTubers, and Facebook friends are more likely to let it all hang out?
Chocolate milk and mac and cheese does not make a pretty diaper in a 2-year-old.
So nobody can tell I'm PMS this week, right?
I had to have anal surgery to remove hemorrhoids after having my kids. Twice.
Could oversharing be just what the doctor ordered? So I have collected overshares from all across America to see what you're willing to share and what you'd rather hold back. Now, our first overshare comes from Stacy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So what is your craziest overshare?
Oh, my husband took me out for our anniversary one night to a fancy French restaurant, and I get this really bad cramping in my stomach. I'm sweating, beads like coming down my head, and I had to go to the bathroom. And normally I don't use public toilets, but it was that bad. I ran to the toilet, and I'm going, and the automatic flushers keeps going on, but then for 5 minutes, I didn't hear it go on, and I guess the toilet paper was kind of stacking up.
Oh, no.
And all of a sudden, the flusher goes on again, and poof, everything came out, and I'm sitting there like, oh my God. So I ran out of the stall like this, I'm going into the other stall because I didn't want anybody to see me. And,
of course.
Anyway, we leave the restaurant, and I'm thinking, okay, everything's fine now. I went. On the way to the theater, I had to go again. And I was like, honey, you got to stop anywhere. So he takes me to a fast food establishment, and the toilet was kind of dirty there, so I'm squatting. And the poop went everywhere except in the toilet.
No. Oh, no. So you're a toilet destroyer.
I'm a toilet destroyer, yes,
Yeah.
and I share with everybody.
So you tweeted that out?
I didn't tweet it out, but I told everybody, all my friends knew about it.
And do you often talk about these kinds of things with your friends?
Yeah, I'm pretty open. I'm open about everything. I don't hold back.
All right. So I'm curious to find out how many of you would mind sharing that story, in particular about bathrooms. So we're going to play a little game. Okay, we're going to put up this overshare meter over here, and we actually surveyed you. But I want to hear you verbally, shout this out. Do you think that you would share that story, or that you should not share that story? Let me hear you.
Don't share.
Well, we polled you, and it turns out that over half of you think that you ought to be able to share that story.
Yeah!
And you know what? I think you should share that story too.
It's Mother Nature.
It's Mother Nature. Plus, I always say this, right? If you went poop, you ought to look at it before you flush it. All right. Thank you very much.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
it. All right. Our next overshare is from Mercy. How are you, Mercy?
Hi.
So what personal information would you like to share with everybody?
Sweating.
Sweating?
Yes, really wet, sweaty armpits, and constantly running over to my friends and saying, I smell. Do you smell that? No, for real. And I'm really, really smell it. So.
All right.
I think I'm good today, though.
It's good today.
I'm actually happy. So this has to do more with eating garlic or onions or Jamaican beef patties, which my husband brought me home once and learned the hard way that I shouldn't be eating that because it actually comes through my pores.
So why does it not embarrass you to share that with your friends?
Actually, it doesn't embarrass me. It's just a reaction of everybody around me when they go, and then when I ask, do you feel that too? Does that happen to you? And they're like, no. And then my mom too, who doesn't sweat. So it's kind of funny because I'm her daughter and I sweat like a pig. So, yep.
Sweat like a pig. I love it. All right. Well, at least you're honest and honorable about it. All right, audience, what do you guys think? Share or not share?
Yeah. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. The audience agrees. The vast majority of you say you should share it. Share the information. It's a clue, right? It's a clue to how you're doing. Yep. I'm proud of you for sharing it.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Anne-Marie has the most painful overshare that I think I've ever heard. Welcome to the show, Anne-Marie.
Hello.
So could you share your tale, your saga with the audience?
Well, I decided that I was going to try to give myself a bikini wax one day, and it's a little dangerous to do by yourself at home. I'm just giving you fair warning. What happened was, it was late at night, and I was trying to be quiet about it, and I have hot wax, and I went to go try to do it, and I started a little bit, and, I'm in the bathroom, I had everything set up, and I had the one foot up on the toilet, and I started doing just like a little bit over here, and there's like the north part, and I was like, okay, this is good. I
The
can
north
do this.
part. That's priceless.
And I was like, okay, I can handle this, I could do this. So then I decided to try to go further. And I didn't realize I went a lot further than what I thought. And I kind of went really down deep. And anyway, I put this strip on and I tried to, rub it on. And I went to go pull it off. And the only thing was only half of it came off. And the other half was still stuck on me. And it really hurts.
Yeah.
It was like a lot of pain. So when I ripped it off and I looked, I went, oh my God, where's the rest of it? And I went like this to go see. And but now my hand is stuck in my crotch. So now I'm standing here and I'm in the bathroom. I'm by myself. I'm hysterical laughing and my hand is stuck glued onto myself. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? So I was laughing so hard. I finally got my hand unattached. But I was laughing so hard that I went to go sit back down onto the toilet seat because I was laughing so hard. And I realized, oh my God, I still got wax over there. Now I'm stuck on the toilet seat.
Oh no! Oh no!
Every time I was trying to get up from the seat, the lid was coming with me up and down.
So you glued yourself together
I glued myself to the toilet seat and together because now I'm completely closed over here and I'm completely stuck. And all I kept thinking was, oh my gosh, what happens if my kids have to bring me to the emergency room or something? What are they going to say? My mother glued herself shut,
So who'd you call?
I ended up calling my sister and my girlfriend JoJo also, and I ended up calling them, and I was like, you're not going to believe this. I'm stuck to the toilet seat. I don't know what
I'm
to
sure
do.
they didn't believe you.
Well, they know me, so anything is possible. But
Is this your sister,
That's
Philomena?
my sister,
Come on up, Philomena. Come on up here. All right. Hi, Philomena. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
All right, so your sister calls you.
Yeah, she calls.
And
right.
you, of course, you don't believe her.
No, well, it's when you get this phone call that all she said to me was, "I'm glued. I glued myself together," and I didn't really know what that meant. And then when she told me what she glued together, glue and there, I don't understand why those things are together. And then I realized she was waxing, and it got a little out of hand. But the problem with sisters with sharing is that you tend to laugh and you just keep going.
You can't stop, so there's no way to proceed.
So what did you advise her?
Well, open the medicine cabinet, tell me what's in there. Start reading everything. Let me know what's there. And she's, going through a whole list of what we all have in our cabinets, right? So, and lotions and oils and she's like, this one? I'm like, yes. This one, yes. Just throw it all.
Did you free yourself up finally?
Well, you know what happened is finally I found a razor and I took the...
A razor?
Well, there was a razor. Like a regular razor. And then there was also, the stick that I used to put the wax on. So I sat there and you have to become like a contortionist because you have to kind of get up on the toilet seat and kind of get in positions that you can't. And here I am, I'm trying to scrape it off. And I'm like, oh, it's got to come off,
I wish you had filmed this. I wish you had filmed this.
I know, I had 3 daughters and they're going to be dying right now.
All right, so we asked the audience again. Come look over here. The share, don't share meter. Audience, what do you guys think? You went through they're saying no. They're saying don't share. Don't share. We actually posed you 70% of you said you would not share that. But I love that story. I adore that story. But here's one thing from now on, Anne-Marie. When it says don't try this at home, they really mean don't try this at home.
Exactly. Public service announcement to all the women, don't do it.
All right, we got pros. Thank you very much.
Thank
Wonderfully
you.
done. Coming up, have you ever said too much when you didn't mean to? We're going to hear some of the funniest accidental overshares. That's next. Which chronic celebrity overshare tweeted this? Was it A, Lisa Rinna, B, Jenny McCarthy, or C, Goldie Hawn? Find out when we come back.
Up next, what she posted on Facebook should have been kept private.
So when did you realize it was a mistake?
When I heard my daughter in the other room yell, "Mom!"
And when Dr. Oz saw what she shares online, he invited some special guests.
It's your live Twitter feed.
More oversharing coming up.
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show.
Which celebrity tweeted this? That would be Lisa Rinna.
Now, have you ever been guilty of an accidental overshare? It's when you share too many details without meaning to. Like, for example, posting something on Facebook about your husband that you meant to keep private. Well, a little embarrassing with that. That would be out for sure. My next guests are sharing their biggest accidental overshares, and Talina's going to take it away with her story on Facebook, which happens to involve your husband. So what happened?
It does. It was our anniversary, and it was just one of those evenings where the mood was all high and everything was great. And I posted that my husband and I were the original Flintstones, and we like to make the bedrock.
Ooh, make the bedrock.
Yes.
So why'd you post that?
It was the moment, and that was what happened, and that's what we did. But it was an accident. I was just caught up in it.
So when did you realize it was a mistake?
When I heard my daughter in the other room yell, "Mom!" And I kind of said, that probably didn't go over too well. So I said, "Yes, I can't believe you did that." It's like, oh, and yeah, that's basically what happened.
Well, before we go to your daughter, who happens to be here, here are a few other comments from your friends and family. Ready to go? Here's what they said. "I just had a bagel and it's not digesting well." Another friend said, "This is beyond sick. Please delete." And your last friend, I hope they're still talking to you, said, "Facebook does not need to see this." All right, let me hear from Jada now. Jada, you exclaimed, "Mom!" You were appalled when you saw that note.
Yes, it was so disgusting. I could not believe it. Why would my mother ever put something like that on Facebook? I don't know, but it was just the worst thing to see ever on my mother's Facebook page.
Now, why do you think she crossed the line?
Because for her to put something out there about her and my father, I don't want to hear it, so I know the rest of the world doesn't want to. So it was just so sick.
So what do you wish she had posted?
I honestly wish my mother didn't have Facebook at all. But if I could have her post anything, it would be like more motherly things, like how to cook or knitting. I don't know.
Don't you love that? Isn't that priceless?
Yes.
All right, thanks very much, Jada. So, in retrospect, what do you wish you had posted?
Maybe a relationship tip. Maybe
Like?
some type of tip. Keep the spice in your marriage, something like that. Nothing, just some type of advice, not to that degree about the bedrock. Not that we don't make the bedrock.
I'm proud of you. I actually like that you're doing that. I like that. That's good.
Thank you.
All right. Now, our next accidental overshare when we come back comes from Valine. And this one happened over the phone. So, Valine, I want you to make Talina feel a little better about her story by sharing your story.
Well, my boyfriend was away on business for 3 months, and he was coming home. So I was really excited because I missed him. And so I sent a text message, an explicit text message telling him all the things I wanted to do. And yes.
How explicit was explicit?
Well, about, trying new sexual positions and, just spicy things. Use your imagination.
All right.
But apparently, what happened was I accidentally sent it to my aunt. But get this, she's a pastor. So.
Well, listen, I'm proud of you for a lot of this, but I gotta say that the proudest moment for me was contacting Aunt Pearl, which we took the liberty of doing. And she said that she's still blushing from the text and therefore was unable to make it here because she's praying still about it. You think I'm kidding? This is what she said. Okay. Now, but she sent me. She took a brief moment, a respite from her prayers, and sent me the following note. She said, the language was too graphic, Feline. She knows I love her, and she also knows I'm praying for her. Let's just hope what she did gets a ring on her finger. All right, so what are you going to do to avoid any more accidental overshares?
Well, now I just, I'm very slow when it comes to texting. I'm not quick like I used to be. Just slow, making sure that the person who I text is the person who I wanted to text.
All right. I love talking to you both. Thanks very much. Coming up, wild tweets you have to see to believe, and they're all about the one topic you can't stop talking about, your sex life. Stay with us.
Hi, Dr. Oz. My name is Suzanne. I tend to overshare anything and everything that has to do about my dogs. They are the most important part of my day. So anything that they do, funny, cute, bad, it's on Facebook.
Coming up, oversharing about your sex life?
I say whatever comes to my mind. It's like I have no filter.
I've got some very special guests.
The surprise she never expected. And later,
you are oversharing all over Oklahoma.
Thousands of online followers. Is there anything she won't share?
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show.
Hi, Dr. Oz. Sometimes when I'm out with my friends and the mood strikes me, I let everyone know that me and my man have to go home and make a baby.
It's the one thing you can't stop oversharing, your sex life. Now, Michelle says she's always sharing about hers. So how much detail do you share?
I'm rather expressive. Like, how often do adults think about sex every hour, Dr. Oz?
At least. Yeah.
That's how often I tweet. So that's how often I say whatever comes to my mind. It's like I have no filter, and I just want to share that. And it's fun. It's girl talk. It's what we talk about, Dr. Oz.
Well, we're going to explode it today because I've been looking at your Twitter feeds.
Oh, boy.
And I've got some very special guests to help show us some of your most revealing overshares. Ready?
Yes.
Guys, come on out. Surprise Michelle. It's your live Twitter feed. What's it like to have your words exposed like this? You like that?
Oh, wow. That's great. Hi. Chocolate. Hi.
All right. So these are actually your tweets.
Yes.
Let's go to the first one here. Go ahead and read it for us.
I need sex, chocolate, or vodka. Seriously.
Now, how many of you feel like that? A lot of you. So which one did you end up choosing?
I chose the chocolate, Dr.
The chocolate?
But dark chocolate, because I'm eating healthier. I pay attention.
It was a smart choice.
It was the only one I had access to at the time.
They're asking, was it good?
Oh, it was delicious.
So what was going on when you tweeted that out?
I'd had a stressful week, and these are the three things I think of that are like stress release for me. So sex, chocolate, or vodka. I mean...
It works.
It works.
Yeah, I'm proud of you for that one. That's health advice.
Thank
okay.
you.
Your next tweet.
Oh, I'm horny. Parched even.
Did that get a lot of attention?
Oh, absolutely. Like, people were like, me too. And some people were like, can I help with that? And I was like, oh, wait. Maybe.
All right, and what's the last tweet here?
I do have nice thighs.
So what inspired you to share that?
So people were talking about women's thighs, and I've been on this whole weight loss thing for the last year. I've lost 140 pounds.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is wonderful. That's great.
So I've been doing a lot of cycling, and so I got to this point where I'm like, yeah, and I can fit into these pants that are like half what I used to wear. So I tweeted, I was like, yeah, I have nice thighs, and I post pictures of my thighs whenever I can.
I gotta say, it's part of the reason I'm doing this show is when you are proud of your body and you want to share that with folks, That's fantastic.
Thank you so much, Dr. Oz.
Congratulations.
I'm really happy. Thank you so much.
I'm happy for you. All right, up next, you're going to meet the most popular oversharers online. Their outrageous blogs and hilarious tweets have gone viral, and they're taking the internet by storm. Stay with us.
Which celebrity mom posted this recent tweet? Was it A. Jessica Alba, B. Tori Spelling, or C. Snooki? Stay tuned for the answer.
Up next, a mom with 50,000 Facebook followers, making other moms comfortable with their bodies.
Long and lean. 10 years ago it was my legs and now it's my breasts, but you know.
More oversharing when we come back.
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show.
Which new mom posted this? The answer is Snooki.
Today we're talking about oversharing and all of the outrageous personal information that spills right out of your mouth. So I asked you to turn in the funniest online overshares you know.
Hi, Dr. Oz. Our mom overshares to the max. Our mom calls herself the TMI mom. She's always telling people about embarrassing things we do. She just won't stop talking.
So Heather's joining us, and I got to say, it's not just your family who thinks you overshare. You have got thousands of people following you online. Why do you think so many folks are fascinated by you?
Well, I'm not saying anything that they're not thinking. So when I tweet something or I'm telling about an activity that I do, it's being done somewhere. And my philosophy is kind of it's better to laugh about it than to drink about it. So
Yes, that's actually a very good point.
yeah, thank you.
We'll come back to that concept because I think that's the alternative for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Is there anything that you wouldn't overshare?
Well, probably the one thing that I do draw the line at is that I don't share intimate details about my husband, but everybody who knows me knows that I'm a very happy woman.
Well, good for you. Good for you. All right, so I went through your tweets and I noticed a few patterns, if I can share these with the audience.
Absolutely.
A lot of your tweets have to do with bladder issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, for example, this is one of them, I'm quoting, this is one of those mornings I would have liked to try Depends. I could have slept for 10 more hours. Dang my bladder.
It's the truth. What mother wouldn't want to just lay in bed and pee and continue sleeping? It's the life. But I'm in such a routine, and I'm married to this routine. I get up out of bed, I hop in the shower, and I pee in the shower. I blogged about this. Oh, you do it too. And so one morning I was out playing with the girls in the yard and I got my feet dirty, and so I ran into the shower and I turned on the shower, standing there fully clothed, and I peed my pants because I was so married to that routine. I blogged about it. Oh, come on. There's a stigma out there that motherhood is Claire Huxtable. And while that's a great show, I loved it and I love Claire Huxtable, the truth of the matter is that it's not always like that. And I'm building a community of women who know it's okay to not be Claire.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of folks applauding for that. Let me ask you this. You're not just oversharing about yourself, you're oversharing about your family, right?
Yes.
That's true. So I've been, again, looking through some of these things that really grabbed my attention. This recent blog you had. Here's a picture. Look at this picture, everybody. Now, please describe to me, why am I looking at this picture? What is that she's wearing? Is that your daughter?
That is my younger daughter. And one morning, she got ready for school, and she did her own hair. And I dropped her off at school, a very sweet little girl, and I picked her up a very disgruntled little girl, and her hair was down, and she was like, "Mama, I hate your ponytail holder. It's a stupid ponytail holder, and I will never wear that ponytail holder again." And she threw it at me, and I'm in the minivan in the pickup lane, and I pick up the ponytail holder to discover that it was actually my leopard print thong. Yeah.
Put the picture up again. Please put the picture up again. I love this.
Yeah, and now that you know that, you can tell.
So do your daughters know that you're posting this stuff about them?
Yes.
Well, they love you dearly, and although your husband and your daughters were sharing with us a little bit of your oversharing, It turns out that one of the reasons you're the biggest oversharer, some might argue, in America, is because there's not just your family that's turning you in. It's also the folks in your community. You are oversharing all over Oklahoma. And they all know you. Everyone in the whole darn state knows something about you. Here, take a look at this.
Hey, Dr. Oz, I'm Shannon, and I would like to tell you a little bit about my oversharing friend, Heather. In May, Heather got a kidney stone. It was horribly painful. I wasn't there with her, I just read about it on Twitter. She had to have surgery, she had to have a stent put in, she blogged about it, she shared every single gory detail.
My name's Teresa.
And I'm Eva. We're from Woozy's Cafe in Burtisville, Oklahoma.
I'm her mother, Harriet Smith. And Heather, as your mama, I want to ask you one question. Did you wear clean underwear today? Gotcha.
Hi, Dr. Oz. My name is Amber, and Heather's been a client of mine for about 5 years now. My favorite overshare moment would probably be she's sitting in my chair telling me the story about her youngest girl, and she whips out her phone and shows me a picture of her poop. Talk about oversharing.
So what do you have to say about it? First, are you wearing clean underwear? Just answer your mom's question.
My underwear is clean and it has no holes.
So what do you have to say to your friends?
They love me anyway, and I think that it's oversharing is building that community. You know, the internet is such a big part of our lives. Sometimes we are behind the computer screen more than we're out on our front porches. And so when we overshare on the internet, I'm building a community. So hopefully they enjoy sharing my life.
Well, I'm going to come back to this concept because I think it's really profound.
Okay.
And I'm glad you won. I'm serious.
Okay.
Because this whole idea of oversharing has fascinated me. But there's someone else I want you to meet.
Okay.
Farting contests between siblings. It's all fun and games until your sister in the tub. Today, I'm going to be showing off some of my dance moves. Today, I'm going to show you how you can incorporate this latest trend into your daily domestic duties. Gardening made easy and fun. Grab a pair of leg warmers, some sweatbands, I'm ready to go. For every load I do, I like to do 3 sets of 10. And 1, 2. You should really be feeling the burn by now.
Susan, this is hilarious. I love the outfits.
It's the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know? Yeah.
So why are you so comfortable sharing so much?
I love to laugh, and you know, motherhood is a really difficult job, and I feel like if I wasn't laughing, I'd be crying, and I want other people to be able to laugh, and if they have to laugh first at me, I'm okay with that, but...
Yeah. I just love that you're celebrating it, the whole process. So has your oversharing ever backfired on you?
Well, my kids are still little. They're 7, 5, and 3, and they don't really understand the concept of what I do, and earlier this summer, I did overhear my 7-year-old tell his best friend from our small town, my mom makes movies for the internet, which could probably be, those are the only, what you saw, that's what I do. There are no other movies, but that's how rumors get started, you know, especially in a small town, so.
That's priceless. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to look at some of your more famous over tweets. Are you ready?
Okay.
So here's one. Don't be jealous because you heard my boobs are perfect for a magazine centerfold. Well, especially because that magazine is National Geographic. What was the inspiration for that one?
We're so bombarded with the body image stuff, and I just want people to love what they have. And you know, I have 3 kids. I'm in my 30s. It's just not what it used to be. Although you can use, I just blogged about this, you can use some of the same adjectives to describe my body today that you could 10 years ago. Like long and lean. 10 years ago it was my legs, and now it's my breasts. But, you know, it's, you know.
Well done. Yeah. Because, you know, both of you out there, I think you both acknowledge this. You're saying what people are thinking anyway. And I got to say, I love it. I think it's adorable that people are able to speak confidently about where they're going in their lives. It has become the community, and ultimately it's the intimacy that connects us with each other and makes all this passage of life worthwhile. So when it comes to dealing with life's bigger issues, if this gets you through it, it is better than alcohol. It's better than depression and just about anything else you can imagine. So kudos to you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right, up next, a special guest is here to take down the biggest oversharer she knows. It's her mom. She's sitting here in the audience, and she has no idea she's about to be turned in for oversharing. Find out who it is next.
My grandma overshares entirely too much. She says whatever's on her mind. Once she told us that she lost her fingernail while making the baked ziti. We didn't need to know that. I definitely lost my appetite.
Coming up,
Hi, Mom.
her mother overshares about their family online.
Are you worried about this, Sabrina? I want to be a peacemaker here.
And later, she tells her kids.
If you have something to share, share it with us.
But what they said at school.
I didn't know it was going to get me in a little hot water later.
The funniest things overshared about you. Coming up.
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show.
Dr. Oz, I think my mom is an overshare. My ex once posted on Facebook that we were out of whipped cream for breakfast, and she actually commented about how kinky we were. It's like she's oversharing on my behalf.
It's every kid's nightmare to see their parents excessively oversharing their family secrets online. Well, someone sitting in this audience has a daughter who actually skipped school today because he just had to turn in her mom for being the worst oversharer on Facebook. Take a look.
I want to nominate my mom for the biggest overshare on Facebook. The other day, she posted a picture of me sleeping, and it's so embarrassing. She posts pictures, statuses, check-ins, and it's out of control. I tried to defriend her, but she got really mad and started yelling at me.
Dawn, come on down, Dawn. Come on down. We know who you are. And Sabrina, please join us, your daughter. Come on out, Sabrina. How are you? Here, come up and say, hey, Sabrina.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
This is your mother.
Hi, Mom.
You want to sit in my seat or over here?
Oh, awesome.
Here, let me get you close to me. Come on.
Okay.
There's a little bit of coldness there, I sense. Are you worried about this, Sabrina?
No. I've been practicing a lot, so.
No, I'm not worried about your lines. I'm worried about your mother.
Oh, yes.
So why do you think your mom is, I don't know, annoying, oversharing? Why is that?
My mom is so annoying on Facebook because she's always posting awkward pictures of me and always checking in wherever we go and tagging me and everything, and it's so annoying.
So, Dawn, what do you think about that?
Let me breathe a second.
Please.
Breathe. I am a Facebookaholic, I guess you could say that. I do overshare a lot about my kids and things we do, places we go, and whatnot. But I guess she doesn't like it.
I got a little evidence. Can I go over some of the evidence with you?
Okay.
All right. Here's what you posted the other night. I'm going to read this. You ready? So, now I'm cozy in bed, and Kevin, I guess Kevin's your husband?
Yes.
Kevin climbs in bed and says he's ready for action. Sabrina, close your ears, please, if you don't mind. So I looked at him and said, the only action you're going to get is listening to me snore. So, Sabrina, what did you think when you saw that post?
That is like so embarrassing because like all my friends are friends with her on Facebook and they probably all saw that and it's so bad.
Dawn, you ever think you crossed the line?
Yeah. Yeah, and if I do, I don't care because if people don't like it, they can defriend me or they don't have to read my post.
Okay, so I want to be a peacemaker here.
Sure.
Easy compromise.
Okay.
We're going to play a little game. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to put up 3 ideas that could become ground rules. And you know how you like things and don't like things on Facebook? Sabrina, you're going to like and don't like these rules.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Okay.
Rule number 1, bodily functions. Oversharing about bodily functions. So, Sabrina, let me ask you, how do you feel about your mom sharing ideas as you have about body odors, cramps, bathroom problems?
I mean, I don't care if she posts that because I'm not the one who's gonna smell. So I mean, she could embarrass herself all she wants.
You got that going for you. All right. All right, so we like that. We're going to keep posting that thing. That's actually good for a lot of reasons. You can share that information. Number 2, rants and raves about kids. Dawn's Facebook post says, is my daughter the only one that responds to things with a, you think you're cool, huh? Why does that make me want to staple her lips shut? Sabrina, you get to make the decision today. Is that a like or dislike? Can she share rants and raves about the kids?
Dislike, because that's like personal between me and her, so nobody else has to know about that.
Okay. I can agree with that.
Okay. Okay, last one. This is the big one. Tiebreaker. Mom's night out. And we got some pictures. Here's Mom out with her friends. Look at these images. There you are, having a good time. These aren't so bad.
Oh, jeez.
What do you think, Sabrina?
Like, because it's not me, so I honestly don't care.
All right, so as soon as you walk off the set, Dawn, what are you going to tell Sabrina?
Maybe I should defriend some of her friends if it's embarrassing.
My daughters always say I'm embarrassing them. I think it's how they say they love me. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out still. Is that possible, Sabrina?
Yeah.
Do you want me to be your friend or not be your friend?
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't post pictures of
No
me
buts.
anymore.
That's not a but question. That's a yes or no question. You want to be your friend or not?
Yes.
Can I see a kiss?
Okay. I'll give you a kiss.
All right. Coming up, we're turning the tables because it's not just moms who are oversharing. Your kids are doing it too. Up next, kids, really do say the darndest things. Stay with us.
Which celebrity overshared this? Was it A, Seth Rogen, B, Emeril Lagasse, or C, Tyler Perry? Stay tuned for the answer.
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show.
Which celebrity posted this? The answer, Seth Rogen.
So we're talking about oversharing. I wanted to hear some of the funniest things your kids have overshared with you. So here's one story from Christy on Twitter. She says, my 4-year-old son keeps telling his teacher that I am pregnant with his brother. I am nowhere close to being pregnant. Ha ha. I'm sure she thought it was funny. Anne-Marie said, youngest son got in trouble in kindergarten for hitting a girl on the butt. When asked why, he said, because dad does it to mom all the time. If you think these are two big kid overshares, I got some more surprises for you. I want you to meet Mom Christy and her 10-year-old Shelby and 8-year-old PJ. So, Christy, you say nothing is off limits when it comes to how far your kids will go in terms of what they overshare about you.
Absolutely. We always try to have an open relationship with our kids and tell them it's okay to talk to us about anything at any time. And just if you have something to share it with us. I didn't know it was going to get me in a little hot water later.
So, Shelby, let me turn to you. You're 10, is that right? Yes. I love your little flower.
Thank you.
So what did you tell your teacher about your mom and what she looks like in the morning?
Oh, well, one day during school, since my mom's a photographer, we were looking at some of the pictures she had taken. And my teacher said, wow, Shelby, your mom's pictures are really, really pretty, and so is your mom. And I said, you think my mom's pretty? You should see her in the morning. She looks a hot mess with the curlers and her robe and her glasses.
There she is. There's the hot mess. Why'd you tell her that?
Well, I've always been taught to be honest with everybody, so I guess I just thought to tell her that. But my mom is super, super, super pretty now, but I guess everybody needs a little makeup in the morning.
What did your teacher say?
She just thought it was great that I shared that with her, and she was telling my mom at parent-teacher conference, so that was a great surprise.
All right. Did you get in trouble?
Not really.
And PJ, how about you? I heard you had a little run-in with a phone call about your father. You're not allowed to answer the phone anymore?
Yeah. Well, one day, the phone started ringing, and I answered it, and my dad's friend said, may I please speak to Peter? And I said, sorry, he can't come to the phone right now. He's taking a poop in the bathroom.
What did your father's friend say to that?
Well, he really didn't say anything. I kind of over-talked him.
Yeah, I bet he was speechless. And what did your father say when you let him know about the conversation?
He was really embarrassed, and he told me, you didn't have to say that much. You just should have said, call back later.
All right, well, you're not the only one who talks a little bit too much about what your parents are doing. I've got Edie and 11-year-old Sydney who are here. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Dr. Oz, thank you.
So, Sydney, what have you been talking to your schoolmates about what your mom does in the bathroom?
Well, my bathroom is, I swear, the cleanest bathroom in the whole entire world. Every party and every friend that comes over and compliments about our bathroom, I say the reason why it's so clean is because my mom cleans it naked.
Is that right?
It's so embarrassing.
So who else knows this before? I mean, now everyone knows it, but who else knows it before this?
Everyone.
Oh, they knew it already before.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Can I put the bathroom picture up there for 1 second? I must say,
Wait,
I
you
talk a lot
showed
about
them a picture of the bathroom?
Yes. Now that is, I must say, the cleanest bathroom that I've ever seen. Does anyone use that bathroom?
Thank you. The girls do. Honestly, you should see when they have their stuff all around. It is a complete disaster, but my tile's clean.
So why do you clean it naked?
You know, it is so embarrassing, but when I get ready to clean, I have bleach all over, and I don't want to get my clothes, bleached, so I might as well just do it while I'm in there. So I go scrub away and then get my shower, and it's done for the day. But the whole elementary school didn't really need to know that I clean and then.
So, Cindy, what has your mom told you about sharing with your friends?
Well, she says a secret's a secret and it should stay home, but it's everywhere. It doesn't stay a secret.
You may have a problem with this one.
It runs in the family. My mom did it, and I did it. It gets lesser and lesser as the generations go on.
Well, kudos on the clean bathroom.
Thank you very much.
Coming up, your funniest captions to my favorite Facebook pictures. I'll share your best lines from my caption challenge that's coming up next.
I'm excited to be on Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz's show. So let's start talking. Now the web to have a national conversation about health and wellness. This is a no embarrassment zone. There's no topic that's off limits. I came to work today. I'm so lucky. And make sure you're sharing this information with the people you love. You're good to go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new. Now, back to the show. Challenge you to captions that are my favorite photos from my Facebook page. You sent in the funniest captions I have ever read. Here's the first photo from my Facebook challenge. This is me backstage with an extra friendly baby tiger. You like that? That's what Judy wrote, and she said, "Hey, you told me I needed more protein." CJ posted, "The upside, now you only need one purple glove." Kimberly wrote, "Free acupuncture." And Lori's in the studio with us. How are you, Lori? Come stand with me.
Fine. How are you, Dr. Oz?
So you saw this image. What did you have to say about it?
I couldn't resist. I said, love at first bite.
Isn't that the best? All right, look at these with me. Here's the other picture you captioned on my Facebook page. This is me singing at our season launch party with my staff here in New York City at the Cutting Room. So I got my onstage friend and my basketball buddy, Jermaine Paul. He, by the way, was the winner of season 2 of The Voice. This guy's a fantastic human being. Deborah's caption was, "Wow, that combo of echinacea, flaxseed, and vodka really gives us angel voices." And Jermaine does sing beautifully, and that's Richie, our comedian, next to him, but that's me in the middle being too beautiful. And Jane posted, "Skinny jeans, the latest weight loss secret." You like my jeans in that one? They're not bad. All right, here's the last photo. It's a screen grab from one of our shows. We were talking about how weather affects your health. There's a good explanation. Melissa's joining us. How are you, Melissa?
Hi.
So what's your caption for that picture?
Well, Dr. Oz, the first thing I thought of when I saw that picture was, coming up next, Dr. Oz channels his inner Lady Gaga.
I could do that.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks thought that I was wearing bread on my head. You think that was possible?
Yes, or marshmallow.
Marshmallow. I'll see you all next time. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And remember to check back often to see what's new.